I just recorded a whole video and it didn't save because my iPhone storage was full. Today I wanted to talk about growing up at a young age. So, long story short, I had a pretty shitty childhood growing up. I had to be an adult at a very young age. I lived with my mom and my dad. They split when I was 4 years old. My mom moved someone in shortly after with other siblings, so I had step sisters, and I had my brother and sister, and then later on they had a kid together as well. My dad was an alcoholic. My mom has multiple health issues, and she was an opioid addict. My mom was very controlling, and she would use things like food to make us do chores and certain things. So they would make us do chores, and if we didn't get them done, we weren't allowed to eat dinner that night. My dad was an alcoholic, and when we were around him, he put the fear of God in us. We were not allowed to ask for foods or drinks whenever we went to his friend's house or whenever we were at our grandparents' house visiting. So we'd always have to ask at our grandparents, but at his friend's house, we were not allowed to ask. If we were hungry, thirsty, we didn't eat for a day or two, that he didn't care. Don't ask, or you're going to get your ass beat, or you're going to get scolded, you're going to get fucking screamed at. So we didn't have to do that. At a certain age, about 11 or 12, my dad got drunk and stoned while me and my brother and sister were in the car, and I had to drive us all home. I don't remember or recall the whole drive home at all. Still to this day, can't remember it. So yeah, my dad's a very bad alcoholic. He's better now, but he was really bad before. And my mom, very bad at pain pills, and she's got a lot of health issues. She's got bipolar, ADHD, probably borderline personality disorder. She's narcissistic. My dad is narcissistic. They have an extensive list of issues. And that makes you have to grow up at a young age. So I would have to take care of my little brother. My sister would always comply to my mom because they were whatever she just did. She was a girl and she just did, and it was a little easier for her. Me and my brother, on the other hand, we didn't like to listen for our mom. We listened for our dad, but not for our mom. And I would just sneak out and make us food whenever we didn't do specific chores, and she wouldn't allow us to eat. She would take dishes that were in the strainer drying, because we didn't dry them and put them away. She would take them and throw them on the lawn, and then we'd have to go outside and pick them all up, bring them inside and wash them again, and then dry them. So she would double the work to make us do it because we didn't do it the first time she asked. I could go on, but regardless of all that, what I want to say, what I want to address in this video is that some people just don't get a childhood. That's just how it is. You just don't get to be a child. You just don't get to be a kid. And it's very detrimental when you're an adult. I'm 25 years old, and I never got that kid. There's little bits of memories here or there. Some of the stuff that I've seen in pictures, I don't even remember. I like my mind, I was so guarded and sheltered. My mom had postpartum depression. So she neglected me when I was a child. My dad was an alcoholic, so he'd neglect us and he'd choose his wife's or girlfriend's kids over us. He would take our Christmas presents, return them, and then get his girlfriend or wife's kids Christmas presents instead. And this led to my grandparents trying to give me and my siblings other stuff to compensate for that, which would lead to my dad's brothers and sisters' kids being jealous, and them being jealous, and my aunts and uncles being jealous that my grandparents were giving us more, even though they weren't giving us more. They were giving us equal, but it seemed like more because it was just a very weird and dynamic. A lot of jealousy, a lot of resentments, a lot of neglect, a lot of just very difficult. So what I'm trying to say is I had to be an adult at a very young age. I didn't get a childhood. I didn't get to go travel. I didn't go to Disneyland. And bits and part of that, I'm all right with, because it's made me the man I am today, and I'm liking that man more and more every day. And another part of me kind of thinks like, damn, it kind of is. It is what it is, but it sucks, but life goes on. It's taught me that when I do have kids, that I'm going to make them strong and respectable young men and women, and I'm going to distill discipline in them. But they should be kids, because you can only have fun and live this life carefree when you're a kid. When you're born into the world and you stress out and you have to stress your whole adolescent life, and then you become an adult, that's brutal. Man, it's brutal. Like, I'm gonna have gray hair by the time I'm 35. And I don't mean to bitch and complain. This isn't a poor me. I'm just trying to address a topic or an issue that a lot of people probably face in this world. And if you're one of them, I understand. And it's difficult and it sucks. And I'm sorry that you had to go through that. And sometimes maybe that's all you need to hear. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. It sucks. I understand. I get it. You know, but we're going to be stronger for it, and we're going to, hopefully you use what you've learned growing up in those situations to do the best that you can for your future kids and future family. So that's all I got for you guys today. This was going to be a lot longer video and edited, but I lost 30 minutes of filming. Gone. So, you know, it is what it is, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys don't relate to this, but if you do, I'm glad to know that I'm not alone, and hopefully you're glad to know that you're not alone either. So thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. See ya.